3rd, and we'll call it a long 8 from the 36.
Yeah, 2 quick plays already, and it's already 3rd and long. That's not the situation you want to be in on the first drive of the game.
Wyatt Hall now in the backfield, standing just to the left of the quarterback, Pining, who takes the snap and drops back, and they're going to run a screen. They do on the left side and across the 40, out for first down yardage, and then some more across midfield, across the 45. Let's see where he stepped out at the 44-yard line. That's good for a 20-yard gain. And that was Flowers on the screen pass. And a first down, new set of downs for the Eagles.
Yeah, Flowers a big, strong back, and you can see on that screen pass how many players it actually takes to bring him down, because it looked like that could have been a 8-yard gain turned into 20.
On first down, they're going to give it to Flowers. He'll run to the right, and he's going to get hit just about at the line of scrimmage. He may not have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. He's thrown backwards. They're going to mark it at the 45, so that's going to be a loss of 1.
Flowers, the ball carrier again for the Eagles.
And it'll be 2nd down and 11. High school football here tonight on the Big Z. 107.1 FM, 1570 AM, and you can stream us live on the Big Z app or at AdvantageNews.com. Here's a pass intended for Flowers, incomplete. So it's going to be 3rd down and 11 now. Don't forget, tomorrow morning, Brent Birkeland has Sports Talk here on the Big Z at 11 o'clock. He'll have all kinds of action for you, interviews with coaches and all the scores from tonight's games around the River Bend. And then more high school football comes your way tomorrow as well here on the Big Z. It's 3rd and 11 for CM. They already converted once on a 3rd and long. Pining wants to throw. He's going to be hit and dropped, sacked back across midfield in Eagles territory, and dropped at the 49. That's the first sack and the loss for 6 yards.
Number 12, Braden.
And the Eagles are going to have to bring the punting team onto the field.
That will bring up 4th and long for the Eagle offense.
As the Eagles are now faced with 4th and about 17. So a bit of a drive, and then all of a sudden it stalls. One man back at about his 20-yard line for Roxana. The kick is a nice high kick, and it's taken, and the runner is hit immediately. He bounced back like a pinball off of one of those cushions on the side of the game, and then tried to pick up steam again and got back to where he caught the ball, which was about the 24-yard line, I think. Let's see where they put it. He was running forward. He caught the ball, looked up, and smacked right into one of the Eagle defenders. Bounced back about 4 yards. Tried to get the momentum going forward again and ended up at the 23-yard line. So that's where Roxana will have it. 1st and 10 with 9:07 left to go in a scoreless first quarter. Roxana is going to do a little razzle-dazzle. They look like they were going to run, but they're going to throw, and it's wide open, and that might go for a touchdown. It's caught at the 35 and all the way into the end zone. A touchdown on the first play of the game, Aiden Briggs, and that is a 77-yard touchdown pass as they handed it off, and Briggs got behind everybody, and Roxana scores on their first play from scrimmage.
What an insane play call for the first play of scrimmage. They already bring out the trickery, and it works pretty easily as it's a wide open 77-yard touchdown, and Roxana doing what they've done through the first 2 games, scoring quickly.
He was at least 10 yards behind the defense.
Yeah, CM was very confused on that play.
And they will attempt the extra point from the 10-yard line. Snap back, ball down, the kick is up, and it is good. So Roxana on the board first, 8:57 left to go here in the opening period in Bethalto. It's Roxana 7, Civic Memorial nothing, and you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the Simmons
Are you
Hanley
in the market
Conroy
for
Law
new
Firm.
flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices, located on Humbert Road in Alton.
We protect your house and your car because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance.
And Christian Garrett.
So Newton is set to kick it off again for the Shells, and he will, and it'll be taken at about the 6 again by CM across the 15-20 and dropped at about the 23-yard line. And that was Christian Garrett, and we do have a flag at about the 30-yard line.
There does appear to be a flag on the play.
So we'll wait and see. No indication. It's going to be a hold against the Eagles. So instead of being at the 24, they'll mark that 10 yards farther back, and it'll be at the 14 for CM, where they will start this drive trailing by a score of 7-0. Well, they own, 14. That's where they put it down. I had to double check. I thought they put it in the wrong spot.
Correction, 14-yard line.
So it only took one play for Roxana as they gave the inside handoff and then threw a pass 77 yards. The Eagles are going to try and run it again with Flowers, and that play just frankly hasn't worked any of the 3 times that they've tried it, as he's hit at the line of scrimmage, trying to run it over right tackle. Roxana says they've got the football. The officials are talking about it. I did not see a fumble. There certainly was not a pileup of players. And they're going to say that Roxana does have the football at the 15-yard line.
This Roxana team, they're very physical up front, and they've forced quite a few turnovers here early to start the season. And there's another one right there, and you give that offense who scored on one play the ball back very deep in CM territory just like that.
Boy, that was the most nonchalant fumble and fumble recovery I've ever seen. Nobody jumped around. Nobody dove into a pile. Roxana just came up and started pointing towards that end zone as though we've got the ball. And the officials agreed, and they've got great field position with 8:24 left to go in the first quarter, and they already lead 7-0. So that's our first turnover of the game, and it's deep in CM territory. They will run to the left side, spinning and moving and getting into the end zone for a touchdown. As I believe that's Terrell Graves, I think.
Number 35, Terrell Graves.
It is a 15-yard touchdown run, and he put the spinorama on Zach Wooten. And now there's discussion in the end zone. Oh, there's a flag in the back of the end zone. Maybe it's a taunting or an unsportsmanlike after the play.
2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
Too easy.
Yeah. That was an incredible spin.
Boy, what a move. Was that a spin move or what? So Briggs scored on a 77-yard touchdown reception, and now Graves a 15-yard touchdown run. And they're trying to figure out what to do with this penalty flag. And now they're going to bring in another official. So 2 of them talked about it and weren't sure, so they're bringing in, or they just figure this guy's getting paid the same, he might as well come get in the huddle with us. And after all that, they're not doing anything with the football right now. They're going to put it down on the 3, and Newton's going to try another extra point attempt. Maybe they're going to put the yards on the kickoff. I still don't know who the penalty's on. We'll find out.
I didn't see what the penalty was either.
They haven't signaled anything. Maybe they picked up the flag. Well, they definitely picked it up. Maybe they wiped off the penalty. Snap back. The kick is up, and it is good. And on back-to-back plays, the Shells have scored, and 8:17 left to go in the first quarter. It's now 14-0. Roxana leads CM. And you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the
I
Simmons.
set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Messias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Messias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MessiasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Number 2, Joe Newton to kick off for the Shells. Back deep to receive for the Eagles. Number 17, Christian Garrett.
Well, we
Number
have
12,
diagnosed
Parker
the
Parnell.
penalty flag during or after the last touchdown, and it was against Roxana, and it was a 15-yard penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct, and apparently CM has elected to tack it onto the kickoff as opposed to the extra
Shells are
point
kicking off from their
to try to get
25.
better field position. So Roxana will be kicking off. Newton will from his 25, and the kick is going to bounce inside the 40, and it'll be picked up, and getting across the 40 to the 42 is Parker Parnell. So the Eagles will have good field position, but they're 2 touchdowns behind right off the bat here in the early going. Their first home game of the season. They played road games against Marquette Catholic and East Alton Wood River. Now there's another flag right in front of the CM bench. Couldn't see it until a couple players separated, and it's going to be against the Shells.
And I think it was a late hit on the guy was already down. I think one of the Roxana players came in after he was down and hit him kind of hard, so I think that's what they got him for.
I saw the indication, but I've never seen that indication before, so I'll take your word for it. It's a 15-yard penalty. So the second 15-yard penalty against Roxana.
Penalty against the Shells.
So it must have been for something like a late hit. You're probably right. 2 penalties for 30 yards now, and that's going to move the ball into Roxana territory at the 43-yard line where the Eagles have it. 2 receivers to each side, 1 back in the backfield. Now going in motion is Parnell. He takes the handoff with the jet sweep. There was a face mask. I don't see a flag, and he's going to be dragged down at the 45 for a loss of 2 as he got to the right, tried to reverse field and come back, and he actually, they're going to mark him at the 44, so it's only going to be a loss of 1. And it looked like somebody got a handful of his face masks, but no flag on that play.
Loss of 1.
Yeah, it's always a tough thing to do to try to
for the Eagles.
reverse your footing and go back the other way, because that just slows you down and gives the defense time to catch up with you. And with this excellent field position, CM has to find a way to get the ball down the field here.
So far, the Eagles have not been able to rush the football. 4 attempts for 1 yard total. They're going to try and run it again with Flowers. He's going straight ahead. He's going to get hit after a gain of about 1 yard, and more than half the Roxana team throws him down backwards and came up with the football, but this time the official said a whistle
Flowers on
blew.
the carry for the Eagles.
No gain on the play. It'll be third
First
and
contact
11.
made by number 52, James Herring.
Yeah, you can tell that Roxana
No gain on the
defensive
play,
line is
third
just
and
going
11.
right through the CM offensive line and getting straight to the back. I mean, there was 6 or 7 Roxana guys that made that tackle right there.
So on third down, what will the Eagles do? Pining's going to throw.
Oh, wow.
Down the right side to the sidelines, and it is incomplete. Down near the 15-yard line as they tried the deep pass that time. Christian Garrett was the intended receiver. The ball thrown a little too close to the sideline and out of bounds.
Definitely not what you wanted to do, go 3 and out just like that when you get to start in opponent territory with that. And now you give it right back to Roxana, who is not stoppable right now.
Pining now 1 of 4 through the air for 20 yards.
That sun finally went away, though.
The sun it's pretty over there now where we can actually see the field. Early in the season, it's always tough here to see the football game until about 7:30, and then it's gorgeous. The punt rolls into Roxana territory inside the 15 to the 14. Looks like they're actually going to mark it at the 15. So that's where Roxana had it. Well, they scored on their first play. They scored on their second play.
We'll see if
you going to
CM
wager
can get one
anything
stop
on this one?
Well, let's hope they don't. I mean, CM's hoping they don't get an 85-yard touchdown here on this first play.
They scored from 77 yards on the first play of the game on offense, and then they scored on the first play after a fumble recovery on a 15-yard run. Lots of multicolored green and green grass to cover to get to the end zone now, though. All the way back at their own 15. And they run straight ahead and pick up big yards out across the 25 to about the 28. That's going to be Wells. Evan Wells with a big pickup there.
Number 24
of
Evan
14
Wells,
yards.
For the Shells, brought down by number 12 Parker Parnell.
And he's usually the running back. He and Ellis are usually the two that do the most damage. They're going to pass it this time after faking the run, and the receiver was open, and the ball was underthrown. Well, that would have been another big gain. It's incomplete.
Kale Hester falls incomplete.
A missed opportunity there for Roxana.
Play is 2nd and 10.
Just a little bit underthrown, but you don't see that very often with Roxana, a deep ball like that.
2nd down and 10 now from the 29. And they will run it. This will be Ellis, and he's going to get tripped up as he gets across the 30 to about the 32-yard line. So that's a short gain of 3 on Ellis's first carry of the game, and it'll be 3rd down and about 7 now, and quickly to the line of scrimmage, Roxana. And they're going to run it with Graves the other direction. Untouched, he's going to get the first down and get out near midfield before going out of bounds. So some misdirection. Good for about 18 yards.
They go quick here. They're already back up at the line of scrimmage.
Got
to wait for the chains to reset. Not giving the chain people any time.
And now a timeout is called by CM as they need to get the defense settled here a little bit. We'll take one also. 5:27 left to go in the first quarter. It's Roxana 14, CM nothing. And you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the Civic.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Before Eagles even got back out there in position, and they run it with Ellis, and he picks up 9 on the play to the Eagles 41.
Oh my.
And 1.
I've seen this before.
They do that little swing, I don't even know what to call that, little swing around huddle, and to the line they go, and the quarterback's going to run it. And pick up the first down and get more yardage, 30, 25, 20, inside the 20, down to about the 17-yard line.
I mean, to me, that twirly thing's almost like taunting your opponent almost.
It's almost like a square dance looking thing where they spin around like a top and then run to the line, snapped it to the quarterback, and he just picked up 24 yards and another first down.
Yeah.
Out of bounds at the 16. They're going to run it again to the right this time. I think that's Ellis, and he might get into the end zone. He does, untouched, into the end zone. A 16-yard touchdown run, and Roxana has scored again.
Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but another pretty easy-looking drive for Roxana there. They march right down the field and score again. And CM has no answer for this 3-headed running monster that Roxana has with Ellis, Graves, and Wells.
And Wells really hasn't done a whole lot yet. The extra point attempt is in the air, and it is good. And there's still 5:04 left to go here in the first quarter. And it's a 3-touchdown lead for Roxana, 21-0 over Civic Memorial. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the Simmons.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop at their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Or online at smartchoiceautos.net.
Well, Joe Newton's probably getting tired. This is his 4th kickoff of the first quarter. And he's added 3 extra points as well. Those maybe don't take as much out of you as the kickoffs, but he's getting his work in.
Yeah, he's definitely going to need to ice that leg probably by the end of this one.
It's 21-0 just right out of the gate here. Roxana leads CM, not the way the Eagles wanted to start their home opener. Parnell catches it at the 10, gets across the 20, breaks a tackle, 30, 40, and he almost broke that. He got out near midfield, and maybe that will give the Eagles a spark. They're actually going to mark him stepping out of bounds at the 45, but a good return by Parker Parnell. And let's see if the Eagles can find a way to keep the offense on the field here for a while, give the defense a little bit of time to breathe, and try to get the ball down the field and get some points on the scoreboard. 21-0 our score.
From their own 45-yard line.
Jeff Alsman and Bob Duga coming your way from the Barrett Heating and Cooling broadcast booth here at Hauser Field in Bethalto. 2 receivers to each side. Now a man comes in motion into the slot. Parnell goes in motion, and when he did, one of the Eagles jumped, and that was Kevon Flanagan. And that'll be a 5-yard walk-off against the Eagles.
Another silly mistake there by CM, and that is just something they cannot afford right now.
Their first penalty of the evening.
Penalty on the play is a false start against the Eagles.
5 yards on the walk-off, and it'll be 1st and 15 now with the ball at their own 40. Pining still quarterback. I think that's Wyatt Hall standing to his right. In motion goes Parnell. And Pining's going to roll out to his right. He's smacked as he throws. It's complete. I think that was Garrett. And it's going to be a gain of about 8 as they'll move it out to the 48. And Pining stayed in there and took a big hit, but completed the pass. And it'll be 2nd and about 7 now.
Gain of 8 on the play will bring up a 2nd down and 7.
So they tried to move the quarterback out of the pocket as he rolled to his right. 2 of 5 now for 28 yards is Pining. Wyatt, the lone back, with Pining in the shotgun. Man in motion here to the near side. They take the snap, roll to the right again. Throwing, complete again, and picking up about 6 on the play. And I think that was
Pining's pass
Garrett again, and it was.
Christian Garrett. Gain of 6 will bring up 3rd
Got
down
about
and
6
1
on the
for
play,
Eagle
so it's
offense.
going to be 3rd and a short 1.
This is a big play right here for CM. 3rd down and short. Trying to keep that offense on the field here, trying not to give it right back.
Well, you almost wonder if you're this short, 3rd and 1, if you don't make it and you get even closer, trailing 21-0, this might be a 4-down territory. You're only in the final 3 minutes of the first quarter. They're going to run straight ahead, and it depends on where they mark it, whether or not it's a 1st down. Looks like it is, because they're going to give him Flowers. They're going to give him forward progress across the 45 to the 44. So that'll be a gain of 3.
Hall on the carry for the Eagles picks up enough for a 1st down.
And the Eagles' 2nd 1st down here of the game.
Yeah, huge play right there by the Eagles just to get that 1st down and keep that offense out there for longer as they try to keep getting them here, because I don't want to say it's desperation time, but the way Roxanna's playing right now, they need probably to get something.
This time Garrett splits out to the slot here on the near side. They've got 3 receivers here to the near side. Pining's going to throw the bubble screen to Garrett, and the Roxana players waiting there to meet him at the time of the catch, and that's going to be a loss back to the 47. So that's a 3-yard loss on that play.
Play results in a loss of 3 yards for the Eagles.
Somebody over there has to block when you're running that bubble screen. You got 2 other receivers out there. The Roxana player just came in untouched that time.
Once again, CM now behind the sticks again here after that big loss right there.
On 2nd down, Pining drops back. He's going to get rushed out of the pocket. He's going to get hit from behind. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage if they're generous with the spot. Let's see where they put it. They're going to move it.
Carrier brought down by number 24, Evan Wells.
Back to the 48, so that'll be a loss of 1.
A loss of 1 on the play will bring up a 3rd down and 14.
Now 3rd and very long here, 3rd and 14 now.
CM's had some 3rd and longs in this one. And timeout by Civic Memorial. They're going to have to think about this. That's the 2nd timeout that they have
1 minute, 9
burned
seconds remaining in the first quarter. Your score
here in the
Roxana
first quarter.
21, CM 0.
1:09 left to play in the first period. Roxana leading it 21-0. We'll be right back. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Call me. I'm gonna. Knowledgeable. Miller LC in Alton. Lawyers where you live. Visit Miller King.
Jack Heining brought down by number 24, Evan Wells. That'll bring up a 4th and 10 for the Eagle offense.
And they almost have to kick it, or they are going to fake it. And it is incomplete. Incomplete as they tried to throw with the fake punt. That was Luke Klauser with the pass. And it falls incomplete. And it'll give Roxana the football at the 44-yard line. I almost said this is a good spot on the field to try a fake, but on 4th and 10, that's a little bit tougher, so I didn't think they'd do it, and lo and behold, they did, and it didn't work. So they give it up on downs to Roxana with 20 seconds left to go here in the first quarter, and they'll run it to the left. Big hole, big yardage, all the way down inside the 30-yard line of CM. A 30-yard gain.
Brody Chester on the tackle for the Eagles after a
and
big gain for the Shell offense.
I think that was Wells.
1st and 10.
They get the play off just before the horn sounds.
My goodness.
And this is going to go into the end zone, but a flag's going to bring it back. They ran around the right side. There's 2 flags down. There was a holding inside the 10-yard line. And it's going to nullify what was a very easy touchdown for Roxana.
Yeah, Civic Memorial getting lucky there with that holding call. You can just tell by how Civic Memorial's walking around there.
Well, the ball was snapped almost at the buzzer or the horn, and it almost looked like the Eagles kind of just let down a little bit when they heard the horn, but the snap was prior to that, and the play went on, and they kind of had to then react and try to catch up, and the Roxana player ran all the way into the end zone, but it's going to be brought back 10 yards from where the spot was of the flag, which was at the 12, or I'm sorry, at the 8. I'll get it right in a minute. At the 7, so they'll move it out to the 17. And it looks like even with that, it's going to be enough for a first down. And with all of that said, we've reached the end of the first quarter. 21-0 our score. The Shells lead the Eagles. Back with quarter number 2 after this. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the...
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
We protect your house and your car. Because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance.
Penalty on that last play was against Roxana. That'll take the touchdown off the board and bring up a 1st and 10 from the Eagles.
Broadcast booth, and they throw a little screen out to the flat. It's caught at the 10, getting inside the 5 before being knocked out of bounds down near the, see where they mark it, probably around the 4. And that was Graves on the catch. Boy, I wish they would color in those numbers.
Yeah, it's so hard to read those.
It's 1st and goal now as he got 12. Roxana threatening to score again. Quarterback's going to keep it and run it into the end zone for the touchdown. Wallach, the quarterback, in for the touchdown from 4 yards out. And the Shells are just having their way here in the early going. That was one of those RPOs in the read option, and he faked the handoff and pulled the ball back in and kept it. And Newton's extra point is good.
Newton's kick is good, and the Shells.
So it took just 15 seconds off the clock for Roxana to score here in the second quarter. 11:45 left to go in the first half. The Shells pouring it on. They lead CM 28-0. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the...
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Nothing in favor of Roxana. Here's the kickoff. It's a low line drive kick over the head and then bounces straight up in the air. So the Eagles are going to have to pick it up and run it back. They do pick it up at the 3 and run it back to about the 20-yard line. On the return is Luke McCoy.
On the return for the Eagles.
And that was one where he was running back. The ball went over his head. It hit at about the 5, and everybody thought, at least I did, that it was going to take a bounce and bounce into the end zone, but it hit point down and bounced straight up in the air and was bouncing around at the 3, and he had to pick it up and return it because it wasn't going to go into the end zone for a touchback. Did a good job of getting the ball out to the 20 where the Eagles will have it now. 1st and 10, and a real uphill battle for CM, trailing by 4 touchdowns here. Trips to the far side and a high snap. Pining goes up to get it, rolls out. He's in trouble. He's back near his own 5. He puts it in the air, and it is intercepted by Roxana at the 35-yard line. And Pining was just running for his life.
Intercepted on the far sideline by the Roxana defense.
And threw it up for grabs, and Roxana grabbed it.
Yeah, that play just went from bad to worse. I mean, he was dead to rights out there in the backfield, and then he just decided to fling it down, and it cost him an interception. Now Roxana, another interception on the season for their team, and now they got excellent field position.
And it all started with a high snap that he had to jump up and grab and just threw off the whole play. So Roxana with good field position after the pick. They have it 1st and 10 at the 34 of the Eagles. Running straight ahead, and that's
looks like he's gone.
Evan Wells, and he takes it up the middle and then cuts it out to the left, and he goes all the way into the end zone.
Another one-play drive right there for Roxana.
Boy, the Eagle defenders are just not getting their hands on anybody even. This is just, I mean, it just looks too easy.
Roxana right now, they're just being fast and physical. CM just has no answer for them on defense. They just look gassed out there already.
I mean, there are just big, huge holes, not only at the line, but in the secondary. They're not even getting a hand on anybody. The extra point is good.
Newton's kick is good, and Michelle's lead is now 35-0.
And now with 11:18 left to go here in the first half, it's Roxana 35 and Civic Memorial nothing. We'll keep it right here and let you know that after the game, we'll announce our Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game, as we do after all of our sports broadcasts here on the Big Z. We thank you for joining us here tonight, whether it's on 107.1 or FM or 1570 AM. Maybe you're listening on the Big Z app, or you're at AdvantageNews.com listening live. Well, if you're listening live, you're not hearing us because we're on tape delay.
Yeah.
So any of those other ways would work, but you can always go back and find us by listening to one of the podcasts of the games that are posted there at AdvantageNews.com. Hope you enjoyed the Illini game that was live and was played here before us tonight on the Big Z. And, of course, you can catch the Illini, all of their games here on the Big Z, the home of the Illini for the Riverbend area. And Newton is going to kick off for number 6. It's 35-0. Roxana leading Civic Memorial here. And we've only played a quarter and 32 seconds. 42 seconds. Here come the Eagles on the return. And getting to the 30-yard line, trying to leap over the defender was number 47, Luke McCoy. Another good run back. He got it out to the 30. But he tried to go over the top and didn't quite get there and was dropped at the 30-yard line.
Brings the ball out to the 30-yard line where the Eagle offense will take over 1st and 10.
And the Eagles have a new quarterback in the game. It's number 2, Tanner Kokamp. Trips to the far side, single back in the backfield. Kokamp's going to throw, and he does, and it is complete for a pickup of about 4 to Parnell.
Yeah, Hokamp, not a ton of action so far this season, but comes in and completes his first pass of the game. So
it'll be 2nd down and 6 for CM. Kokamp is a sophomore, 6 foot 175. Trips now to the near side, single back in the backfield. Kokamp takes the snap. He's going to throw it again, and that's complete. And that's Garrett cross midfield to the 45-yard line. 21-yard pickup, so a little bit of spark here in the Eagles offense since making the quarterback change. Garrett now with 4 catches for 32 yards. And only the 3rd first down for Civic Memorial here in the first half. Coming up on 10 minutes left to go till halftime. Snap back, and Kokam from the shotgun throws again, and that was over the head of the intended receiver, Parker Parnell, who was open between in a seam between a couple of defenders, but the pass was too high and fell incomplete. Kokam looks like he's got a pretty strong arm and a quick delivery.
Okay, I'm definitely a little lucky there that there wasn't a Roxana defender standing right there for that ball.
And the way the Shells have been bringing the heat with the pass rush, certainly doesn't hurt to have the quarterback who can get rid of it in a hurry back there. They're going to throw it again. Across the middle, same play. That time they tried to get it to Garrett, and that one was thrown too low.
Kokam's pass falls incomplete, intended for Christian Garrett.
Yeah, Garrett again found the seam there, but another bad throw there. That one underthrown and low, and can't make the play. And it's quickly 3rd down and long here.
So both times that route was open, but the pass just not on target. So it'll set up 3rd and 10. And the Eagles want to pick up at least some of this, so they might have a manageable 4th down attempt if they need it. 9:46, clock stopped with the incomplete pass. They're going to have to hurry to get this off, and they did not get it off. It's going to be a delay, and it's going to be 3rd and 15. They took a long time in the huddle that time. The delay penalty will move it back 5 yards to midfield. 2nd penalty against the Eagles for 10 yards now. And boy, the Eagles have been looking at 3rd and long too many times tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, again, I repeat, and this is coming from our local police department. The following people must move their vehicles immediately, or they will be towed. Timothy Ray, James Bajent, Kim McGivern.
3rd down and 15. High snap grabbed by Kokam. He's going to throw it long, and it's complete to Parnell at the 25, 20, 10, and out of bounds inside the 10 to the 6-yard line.
Kokam's pass is complete from the throw, Parker Parnell.
That's good for 44 yards, and the Eagles will have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, 3rd and 15, and you bring out the big play there, and he finally didn't overthrow or underthrow that one, and it's a huge play there for the Eagles, and now they have some momentum here midway through the 2nd quarter.
That one was right on target. So best opportunity now for Civic Memorial, 1st and goal from the 5. Man comes in motion, that's Parnell, and the snap goes over the quarterback's head, back to the 25. Fortunately, he's able to be the first man to fall on it, as Wells was chasing him and followed him very closely to the football, but Kokam fell on it. It's going to be a loss, though, from the 5 all the way back to the 27-yard line, and all the work CM did to gain that field position is lost all in one play, just about.
Loss on the play there by the Eagle offense.
22-yard loss. So it's 2nd and goal from the 27. And it looked like the Eagles moved. No flag. Now there's a flag. Actually, I don't see a flag. I just heard a whistle. So that was a flagless penalty, but it's still going to cost the Eagles 5 yards. Well, actually 4. They only moved it back to the 31.
We will repeat 2nd down. It is now 2nd.
So maybe that official forgot his flag. Maybe it's in the car. Glove compartment?
They better get this play call in. I mean, they're still in the huddle.
They're
seconds.
not even in the huddle. They were still on the sidelines with the quarterback. Now they break the huddle with 5. And they're going to have to call a timeout, and that's the last timeout of the half. Boy, Eagles just look a little bit discombobulated, is a good word for it. So they burned their last timeout of the half. 8:25 still remains to be played. 35-0. Roxana leading this one. The Eagles had the ball down to the 5-yard line. A snap over the quarterback's head was recovered by Kokamp, the quarterback, back at the 27, and then a 5-yard delay penalty. And then they almost had back-to-back delay penalties, but they called a timeout instead, the last one of the half. And they're looking at 2nd and goal from the 31-yard line. The bad part about this, they can't even get a first down. They have to score.
Yeah. You had that big momentum play, then the fumble, and now the delay, and it's just gone downhill.
Kokamp takes the snap, rushes on. He escapes out to the left, wants to throw, does throw, and it is complete. A nice catch over there by either Parnell or Garrett. That was Parnell.
On the far sideline.
Did a good job of keeping his feet in bounds, and he got the ball down to the 23. So that's an 8-yard pickup. So at least he made something out of what looked like could have been a disaster. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 23.
From the Roxana 23.
Try to get half of it here and maybe half of it on 4th down. And they fumble the snap, and Kokamp falls on it. He was under center that time instead of in the shotgun, and fumbled the snap. That's the second fumble by the Eagles, but they did retain possession. Lost a yard, and they're going to go for it now on 4th down and goal from the 24-yard line. This may not be pretty in the Eagles locker room at halftime. Lots of things going wrong tonight for CM. On 4th and goal, they're going to throw it towards the end zone. It's complete, but knocked out of bounds at the 5.
Pass is complete to number 17,
Christian Garrett.
Out of bounds before reaching the end zone. Result of the play.
So it'll be a 16-yard pass play down to the 5, but Garrett could not break a tackle and get into the end zone, and the Eagles will turn it over on downs after what was their most promising drive of the game so far, but they just shot themselves in the foot once they got inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that bad snap was just a killer. It was a good play call there, but just short. Now, Roxana, though, you put them deep in their own territory. Maybe you can get lucky and get something here if you're the Eagles defense, get a stop.
Now the Eagles have players running on the field at the last minute, and Roxana is running to the right side and going to get some first down yardage out across the 18 to the 20-yard line, a 12-yard pickup.
Roxana offense keeps it on the ground. Wyatt Hall and Josh Hodge on the stop for the Eagles.
So another first down. That's the 9th first down of the half. They're going to run it again. Going to pick up about 6 or 7 on that play as Wells.
Looks like Carson Ryan is the ball carrier for the Shells.
It's actually more like an 8-yard gain. And they'll flip the pitch to the right and pick up the first down and get out to the 35-yard line. And That's number 12 for Roxana. And I can't tell you who that is because the roster that we've been provided does not have any numbers for Roxana players. They're going to run it this time to the left, and that was 14 again. Actually, that's Carson Ryan. I do have his name from an earlier game, so
gain of 3 brings up second.
He got 3 on that gain. And it'll be 2nd and 7. They're going to run it again across the 40, a first down out to the 47. And that's
Max Autry, the ball carrier for the Shells.
Yeah, the key to this
Max
drive
Autry.
The key to this drive is just to run the ball and take as much time off that clock as possible, as it's under 5 minutes already.
They're going to run it again to the right, and getting hit at the line of scrimmage, picking up 1 yard on the play is Luke Hartman. Clock running with 4:44. And 2nd and 9 for Roxana. Quickly back to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll take a little bit of time. Wallach is still in at quarterback. Hartman goes in motion, but they're going to go straight ahead and now kicking it out to the right and getting knocked down after no gain.
Kyle Campbell, the ball carrier for the Shells. Jacob Flowers on the stop
Is
for the Eagles.
Kyle Campbell.
After a gain of 1, it is 3rd down and 8.
So it's 3rd and 8 now, and they're going to throw it this time. And the receiver's wide open at the 30, 25, 20, 10. Touchdown. Forget about that.
Chris Wallach's pass is complete to number 11, Cale Hester, and he is in.
Cale Hester on the receiving end of a 48-yard touchdown pass. And Roxana has scored again.
It is just too easy right now for Roxana. That 3rd and long, it is just perfect little loft right to the wide open Hester, and he just walks in untouched. And here's another field goal. So another
point
kick
after.
Here. Yeah. I'm going to have to carry him off the field. His leg's going to be so tired from all these kickoffs and extra points.
Well, they might let somebody else kick after a while. 2nd string kickers coming in. And the extra point is good. And with 3:48 left to go in the first half, our score now, Roxana 42, Civic Memorial nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
Back at the Barrett Heating and Cooling broadcast booth, Jeff Alsman and Bob Duga. Civic Memorial set to receive again. This will be the 7th time here in the first half.
Flanagan and Serafini back.
And that's not what you want to do.
No, definitely not.
42-0 our score. Roxana leading. And another long kick goes into the end zone this time, and will come out to the 20-yard line. CM will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
The end zone for a touchback. Eagle offense will begin 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
Well, CM had a great drive going last time, then a couple miscues, and now see if they can get something going on this one again. Maybe punch it in this time.
Well, Tanner Kokamp, their backup quarterback, did come in and put a spark into the offense. He's 5 of 7 for 94 yards. And he got him down to the 5, but they couldn't get in the end zone. He is back in there with trips to the left. On first down, another bad snap through his legs, and he has no choice but to fall on the football back at the 7-yard line.
Looks like a snap.
Another bad snap by the center and another horrible miscue by the Eagles offense. And now they're going to be even deeper in their own territory as they're getting into the danger zone at their own 6 now.
That's a 13-yard loss.
Looks like a loss of 13 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 23.
And you could just go through a list of things that you don't want to do, and the Eagles have done them here in the first half.
And the least you can do is just try to hold on to this ball for the rest of the half, even if you don't score, because you don't want to give it back to Roxana the way they're playing.
And they'll run it this time, and getting out to about the 7, maybe picking up a yard, maybe to the 8, is Flowers.
Jacob Flowers on the carry for the Eagles.
So
number 30, Jordan Carter.
Looks like no gain, although it looks like they should give him a gain of 1. That's what I'm going to do. Eagles need every yard they can get in this one. Clock running with 2.5 minutes left to go here in the first half. 3rd and long again for CM. And another bad snap, and the quarterback falls on it at the 2. That snap was low, and he went down to try to pick it up and then felt the other players around him and said, I better just fall on this.
It looks like they're going to punt this, and Roxana's going to get probably outstanding field position to start their next drive, probably deep in CM territories where they'll start with the ball.
I suspect Roxana will just, wherever they get this ball, just run out the first half clock. The Eagles set to punt it away here on 4th down, 140 and counting. And it's blocked in the end zone and picked up for a touchdown.
You gotta be kidding me.
Punt is blocked and recovered by what looks like number 24, Evan Wells.
And I think that's Evan Wells. I think that's 24.
He's getting touchdowns all over the place.
And Roxana is scoring touchdowns about every way you can score them.
All he needs now is a kick return for a touchdown. And a pick 6. And here's another extra point.
Second touchdown of the game for Wells. He ran one in from 34 yards. This one he knocked down in the end zone off of the punter's foot, and it bounced right to him. Bounced right up to him for the easiest touchdown he's going to see in a long time. And he sees his share. Snap is low, but the kick is up, and it's good. And so with 1:34 left to go in the first half, the score now is Roxana 49, CM nothing. And you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the...
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Deep to receive the Roxana kick.
Roxana set to kick it away again here with 1:34 left to go in the first half, leading 49-0. And the kick is high, and it'll be taken at the 6, across the 15, 20, out to the 25, out to the 30, across the 30. Still on his feet, and down at about the 32 is the kick return man.
Jordan Serafini on the return for the Eagles. They'll bring the ball out just past the 30-yard line where the Eagle offense will take over. First and 10.
So the Eagles will have it first and 10 at the 32 with 1:23 left to go in the first half. Boy, it'd be awful for the offense to just come out and take a knee and say, let's get to halftime and
at least just try to keep
make
this
some
for the
adjustments.
Last, a minute 20.
Flowers, the lone back in the backfield. Under center is Kokamp, and they will hand it off. Running to the right side is Zach Wooten. He's going to pick up about 5 on the play. So it'll be 2nd and 5, and we're down to 1:05 left to go here.
Jordan Carter on the stop of the shell.
In the first half.
5-yard gain, 2nd and 5.
Jeff Alsman and Bob Duga coming your way from the Barrett Heating and Cooling broadcast booth. Kokamp under center is going to hand it off this time to Flowers, trying to go off left tackle, hit at the line, and dropped for
number 44, Wyatt Hall.
A gain of maybe 1. Actually, Wyatt Hall, the ball carrier that time. 44 instead of 34, and we're down to the final 30 seconds.
Short gain results in a 30
here in the first half. And the Eagles not in any real big hurry. I don't blame them at this point. They need to hit the locker room and figure out what adjustments they need to make for the second half. In fact, they may not snap it. They won't snap it. They'll come to the line of scrimmage and let the clock run down to 0. That brings us to halftime here in Bethalto at Civic Memorial Hauser Field. Our score at the break, Roxana 49, Civic Memorial nothing. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their...
Bow down and keep on praising me.
so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
Fence.
This year's drum major is Josh McCune, Jilly Gross, and Ariana Wright. And this year's field show is entitled Heist and includes music from Billie Eilish, Beethoven, and Coolio. The CMHS Marching Eagles are proud to present their show, Heist. This is their first performance of the season, and applause is more than appreciated from our audience. Again, Civic Memorial High School is proud to present the CM Marching Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed the CM Marching Eagles performance of Heist. We would also like you to note the brand new Marching Eagles uniforms that they will be wearing all season long.
We protect your house and your car because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank. The local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
We protect your house and your car because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Linux system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible. Covering auto, home, business, and life insurance, our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Has free checking become a thing of the past? Not if Liberty has anything to say about it. With 3 free personal checking options and even a free business checking account, free is alive and well at Liberty Bank, the local bank that gives you free checking choices and more cashing in your pocket. Bank locally, bank Liberty. For more information, visit www.bankliberty.com.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Mungan Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Mungan Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Mungan Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
Eagle Nation would also like to say thank you to GRP Wegman for their loyal support of Eagle Nation. GRP Wegman provides performance, contracting, industrial maintenance, electrical, and HVAC services. They work hard to go the extra mile to get projects done right.
My nephew or whoever.
In the second half, so.
And yellow numbers should be outlawed. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Even at night, you can't even read them.
So CM will kick it away, and they do, and it's a nice long kick. It's going to be taken, I think that's Wells, back at about the 8, across the 10, 15, 20, cutting to the left, across the 25, stiff arm, 30, and knocked out of bounds. And it was Wells, and he's going to go to the 37 before going out of bounds. So a good return, and the Eagles, or the Shells rather, will have it 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line here to start the second half.
Yeah, we'll see what Roxana does here on offense with this massive lead of 49-0. If they just try to run the ball like they always do, or I doubt they'll do any more of those trick plays or passing plays that they did in the first half up this big, but you never know. But
from their own 37-yard line.
with the running clock, though, not as much happening here probably in the second half as we saw in the first half.
And there's lots of new faces. There's some little bitty guys out there. I hope they didn't pick those folks up out of the parking lot at halftime and put a uniform on them. Those are some small guys. Probably some freshmen or sophomores and freshmen out there, it looks like here. A gain of 4 on the first run. And if he'll turn around, I'll tell you who that is, but he turned the other direction.
Yeah, it definitely looks like there could be some members of like maybe the JV team out there right now getting some varsity minutes for Roxana.
4-yard pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Man goes in motion. Straight ahead. They're running and now trying to kick it out to the right. And getting back to the line of scrimmage is the ball carrier, still on his feet, fighting for extra yardage, but going parallel to the line of scrimmage. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 3rd. Well, they give him a yard. It's 3rd and 5. So the Shells come to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. And they're going to run it to the left this time and knock down, almost knocked down, and then finally knocked down is the ball carrier. And I think we may have a fumble unless they blew it dead. No, they're going to say Eagles football, as the running back was trying to battle for extra yards.
Looks like there was a fumble on that play, recovered by
and
the
looked to
Eagles.
me like he was down and then fumbled, but the officials said no, they're giving CM the football. So the first fumble of the game, the first turnover of the game against Roxana.
Well, the halftime speech might have worked so far. You get the turnover right out the gate here in excellent field position for the Eagles here to start the second half.
So the quarterback will be Kokamp again. 2 receivers here to the near side. Now Parnell goes in motion to the far side. 1 back in the backfield. And they will fake the pass. They're going to run it instead. And that's Wooten. And he's going to pick up a couple out to the 36-yard line. That's about a 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 7. We're down to 8:20 left to go here in the third quarter as we're playing with a running clock right now. 49-0 our score.
Result of the play, 2nd and 7.
2 receivers here to the near side. That's Garrett and Parnell. Single back in the backfield, 1 receiver to the far side. They'll throw it out in the flat to Parnell, and he stepped out of bounds at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be no gain.
He steps out of bounds, no gain on the
Yeah, I think
play.
he was unaware where he was when he caught that ball because he was right there on the line, and no gain there as he stepped out of bounds immediately.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7 now, and the Eagles most definitely in 4-down territory here. And spending a lot of time on the sidelines getting the play in again. They break the huddle with 8 seconds left on the play clock.
Yeah, they really like to let this play clock run all the way down.
I don't think it's part of their plan. I think it's happening. I don't think it's by design. Quarterback's going to roll out, throw it long down the middle of the field and incomplete near the goal line. They had 3 receivers to the left, and Kokamp's pass falls incomplete at about the 1-yard line. It's going to be 4th down and 7 now.
The Roxana defender was almost the wide receiver on that play.
That one overthrew everybody. So the Eagles out of the huddle much quicker this time. And 2 receivers to each side on 4th and 7. Snap back, Kokamp grabs it, going to throw to the right. It is complete. No, it's incomplete. They say it hit the dirt or the turf.
Kokamp's pass.
That would have been enough for a first down.
Garrett,
The intended receiver was Christian Garrett, but he was unable to hang on to that one.
The result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So the Eagles will give it up on downs right back to Roxana
From their 36
at the 36-yard line. Clock continues to run. We're under 6 minutes left to go in the third quarter now. And Roxana is in no hurry. It looks like Wallach is still in there at quarterback. And they're going to give it to number 4. That's Luke Hartman. And he lost his footing.
Luke Hartman, the ball
and
carrier.
lost some yardage as well, as they're going to mark him back at the 32-yard line.
Loses his footing in the backfield.
So that's about a 4-yard loss on that play.
On the play, it'll be second down and 14.
Well, this Civic Memorial defense has definitely come out here in the second half and been much more aggressive here with tackles for loss and the fumble, of course. So.
Second and 14 for the Shells now, with the clock running and under 5 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Man in motion, he's going to get the handoff, get hit after a short gain, maybe a gain of 1. And that is number 6. That's Max Autry.
Ball carrier for the Shells, brought down by number 7.
After the 1-yard gain, it's going to be third and a long 13.
No gain on the play. Third and 14.
Looks like there might be a new quarterback into the game. I think Wallach's been out there a couple of times for a couple of the snaps. I cannot see the number of the quarterback. We'll try and find out who that is. It might still be Wallach. There's a fumble on the snap, and they're still battling for it. The Eagles say they have it, and they do have it all the way back at the 23. No, now they switched it around. Now they switched it around again. So and one of the CM players has come up to the referee, and he's got his hands out like, whose is it? First they said the Eagles, then they pointed to Roxana, and then they switched it, gave it back to the Eagles. So CM will have the football.
Well, now they've forced 2 turnovers here in this second half, and let's see if they can finally get on the board here with, again, outstanding field position at the Roxana 24-yard line.
And on first down, they'll throw it to the left, and it's complete at the 20, getting knocked down at the 19. And that's Parker Parnell on the receiving end. That's good for about 6.
Parnell picks up 6 yards.
And Kokamp unofficially now over 100, well, right at 100 yards, completing 6 of 11 passes here since he came in late in the second quarter. Clock running with 2.5 minutes left to go in quarter number 3. Still 49-0, Roxana leading. Takes the snap, going to hand it off, and getting just back to the line, maybe a gain of maybe a yard, maybe 2, is Wyatt Hall.
Wyatt Hall is the ball carrier for the Eagles, number 20.
So it's going to be third and a short 3 for Civic Memorial. They mark the ball at the 18-yard line. Make it to 17. Trips to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Hall, the back in the backfield. Low snap, grabbed by Kokamp. He's going to run with it, I think. Maybe not. He's still backing up, and now he throws it sidearm and right into the hands of the Roxana defender. And I don't know if he was trying to throw that away or not. It looked like he could have run with that. Might have gotten to the first down marker, but he elected not to and backed up and tried to throw it, and the sidearm pass was picked off, and that's the second CM turnover by interception here in the game.
Yeah, that's a case of what you call trying to do too much with the football. I mean, he had a lane there to where he probably could have picked up that first down using his legs, but then he just decided to retreat. And then it's just another one of those situations where it went from bad to worse. And the interception, and the Eagles, again, still no points on the board yet as we end near the end of the third quarter here.
This might be the final play of the third period. Roxana has it at their own 19. They'll run straight up the middle, and there's a pile of players laying on the ground at the 20. They'll call it the 21 with forward progress.
Short gain up the middle on the ground for Roxana will bring up a second down.
I think that was Hartman, I think. Roxana's going to let the clock run out. We're down to 14 seconds. And that'll be the end of the third quarter. And it'll set us up for quarter number 4. It'll be second down and 9 for Roxana from their own 20-yard line when we return for the final period. 49-0 our score. Roxana leads Civic Memorial. And you're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the Simmons Hanley.
RiverBender Radio has built 3 great new stations just for you in the Riverbend. The Eagle, the Riverbend's classic rock station. The Bridge, hit music for the Riverbend. And The River, today's country, and all your favorites. Check them out today at RiverBender.com.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Are you in the market for new flooring? Look no further than Ed Eagles Discount Carpet. Ed Eagles has an enormous inventory of carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood with professionally trained carpet installers that will treat your project and home with the utmost respect. Lowe's and Home Depot can't even compare. Our discounted prices regularly beat out the big box stores. Stop by today to have your new flooring ready for the holiday season. Ed Eagles, quality carpet, tile, vinyl, and hardwood at discount prices. Located on Humbert Road in Alton.
We protect your house.
Put a 40 spot at least on their opponent. They have it second and 9, and the quarterback's going to keep it, get to the 25, which is a gain of about 4. It looks like number 9 is the quarterback.
Christian Garrett, Josh Hodge, and a few other Eagles on the stop. After a short gain, it'll be 3rd and 5 for the Shells offense.
So it's 3rd and 5 now from the 25, and CM would like to get a stop here. And get the ball back. They won't get many possessions here in the fourth quarter with the running clock. They're going to run it and getting a couple of yards, but not enough for the first down, is Max Autry. Pickup of 3, but he needed 4. So it's 4th and 1. And for the first time tonight, Roxana is going to punt the football.
Yeah, I mean, CM's defense has been much better here in the second half. I mean, they forced multiple turnovers here in the second half, and now they're forcing the first punt of the game by Roxana.
Parnell back deep for the Eagles, standing at his own 39-yard line. They're trying to draw the Eagles offside. They don't move. There's the punt. It's a low one, end over end. Takes a Roxana bounce after hitting near midfield and is going to roll dead at the 40-yard line. So that's where CM will have it. Don't forget, after the game, we will announce our Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game, as we do after all of our broadcasts here on the Big Z. And don't forget as well, tomorrow morning here on the Big Z, 11 o'clock, Brent Birkeland has Sports Talk. So he'll have a full rundown of all of tonight's action as well as what's on tap for tomorrow in high school football. And he'll probably throw a little Illini talk in there as well. Interviews with coaches. So if you missed anything tonight, you can get caught up tomorrow here on the Big Z.
Might be pretty tough trying to pick the player of the game tonight from that Roxana team.
There's a lot to choose from. Man, the ball thrown out in the flat, and it is incomplete. The intended receiver was Wooten, and he was open and just kind of looked upfield, and before he caught the football, and that one just went right through his hands. Under 9 minutes to go in this one now. Cocamp unofficially 6 of 13 for 100 yards. Pining was 3 of 7 for 31 yards while he was in there. Trips to the right. And another low snap. Cocamp gets it. He's going to roll to his right and fire it downfield. Looks like there might be some pass interference. No whistle or no call. And it's incomplete. Really close coverage there by the Roxana defensive back, and the officials say no foul, no flag. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now from the 40-yard line of the Eagles.
Yeah, 8 minutes to go here. Can they find a way to just string a one drive together and just avoid being shut out here? Get some momentum going into next week's game.
We're glad you're still with us here on 107.1 FM or 1570 AM or the Big Z app, or listening live most times when the games are live at advantagenews.com, or listening to one of the podcasts. Here's a pass in the air, and it is complete. And that's Garrett, and he breaks loose, and he's inside the 15, 10, 5, and he's going to get into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. 60 yards from Cocamp to Garrett for the Eagles' first score of the evening.
What a play call there on 3rd and long. They've been trying that same play all night. They've always been open in that crease. They finally complete one, and he takes it all the way, and they avoid being shut out here as they finally score here and get some momentum here towards the end of the game. What a play call there.
60 yards on that one. Nice pass. This Cocamp can throw the football. And the Eagles will go for the point after. Snap back, and the kick is blocked. Reed Wallace on the attempt, and he didn't have a chance. He had 2 Roxana players standing in front of him.
They were already at him.
He's lucky he didn't kick them.
Yeah.
They were standing right in front of the football when he tried the extra point, so it's no good. But the Eagles do get on the board and now trail it 49-6. 7:22 left to go in this one. You're listening to Big Z Radio Sports, sponsored by the Simmons Hanley Conroy Law.
We protect your house and your car, because we know they're the launching pad to their dreams. And now you can save up to 23% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance.
I set the thermostat so my house would be warm when I got home from work, but the kitchen is still cool.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we stand behind every Lennox system we sell.
My dealer said he'd take care of everything.
At Barrett Heating and Cooling, we understand everyone wants prompt, professional service.
Turns out it wasn't my furnace after all, just a little something blocking the vent.
Pretty smart dog if you ask me. For service you can count on, call Barrett Heating and Cooling.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
They will boot it away, and it's going to force both of those guys to run back inside the 10, out to the 15, 20, 25, hit there and dropped at the 26. That was Autry on the return. And it'll be first down and 10 now for the Shells from the 31-yard line. And with under 7 minutes left, any kind of sustained drive probably could run the rest of this fourth quarter clock out. But the Eagles at least get on the board. They were hoping for much more than that, of course.
Yeah.
But when you fall behind as quickly and by as much as they have or did in this one, at least they have something to be able to look to in a positive light. Quarterback's going to run straight ahead and pick up 4.
Quarterback keeper Josh Hodge makes the stop for the Eagles after a gain of 4. It'll bring up a second down and 6.
And CM's defense here pitching a shutout here in the second half, even though there is, of course, the running clock. So technically, they are outscoring Roxana here in the second half. So that's something to be happy about.
That's the glass full for sure.
Yeah.
If I've ever heard it. You do know it's still 49-6.
Yeah.
That's not only the glass empty, that's the pitcher too. And a flag flies. Delay of I think, no, it's somebody moved. Somebody moved. Again, it's illegal formation, I think is what he signaled. 5-yard penalty. We'll move it back to the 30. Roxana just goes back to the football and says, just put it down, we're ready to go.
Second and 11.
This is Autry running to his left. Started to go up the middle, broke it to the outside. He's got a first down. He's across the 40 before he's pulled down. That's going to be about a 14-yard gain out to the 41-yard line.
Legal formation, so what? I mean, a nice play there, and it's first down on a 14-yard gain there. Nice play from Autry.
Clock still running with 4:40 left to go. Had to wait a couple seconds to get to a 0. Quarterback up under center. Man goes in motion. They're going to run it to the left. Hit behind the line and dropped. Nice tackle that time for CM by Ryan Klein. Loss of 2 for Roxana, and CM is going to call a timeout here on defense.
Kind of an odd thing to do here, call timeout.
While we have a break in the action, CMHS would like to say thank you to Proud.
Well, maybe since they've got him second and long, they figure if we use our timeouts here, maybe we can get one more possession because we're down to 4:15. Otherwise, 4 or 5 more plays, this one will be over.
Yeah. Because with that play clock being 40 seconds, sometimes 25, you could really run half a minute off the clock before you have to even snap it.
That was one game where they were running the clock, and to run it out, the team was taking penalties.
That's odd.
Because you got to stop the action, move the ball back, place the ball, come back to the line, They took a couple of penalties and it ran off like almost a minute and a half. Didn't seem like that should be fair.
Yeah, I'm surprised they allow that.
On second down, Autry's going to run it to the left again, and he's going to put his head down.
Wow.
Get across the 45. That was a big hit. You could almost hear that collision up here. And we're all the way across the field.
Yeah, Autry really used his aggressiveness there, lowered the shoulder right into that CM defender and kind of laid him out a little bit, as you saw by that reaction of the Roxana bench over there.
6-yard gain, or 8-yard gain rather, on that one.
Keeps the ball on the ground. Result of that last play is a third down.
Third down and 5 now from the 46. 3:40 left to go in this one. The outcome is certain. Same play again. Another barreling run by Autry to pick up the first down and get across the 45 into Eagle territory.
Yeah, Autry, who came into this game, of course, only having 3 carries in the first 2 games now. Really getting some action here with this blowout here tonight.
That's a 10-yard pickup and a new set of downs. And now we're going to be probably under 2.5 minutes or right around there when this snap takes place. And by getting that first down, the Shells are almost guaranteed to be able to just hold on to the football and run the clock out unless the Eagles stop it again. Quarterback straight ahead. Maybe a gain of 1.
Number 71, Ryan Klein.
And that's almost like taking a knee without taking a knee right there.
Gain of 1.
2.5 minutes left to go.
Roxana, second down and 9.
Yeah, now you see him getting in a huddle, trying to really slow that play clock down. Now, yeah, they could easily just hold on to this now if they wanted to and just run this whole clock out and this be your final right here, 49-6 possibly.
Second down and 9 for Roxana from the 42 of Civic Memorial. They give it to Autry again, and now the Eagles have seen that play enough where they stack it up for a loss of 1.
Number 69, Lucas Smith with the stop.
So it'll be 3rd and 10, and we're under 2 minutes left to go.
No gain.
And if Roxana doesn't get a first down, I don't think they can run the clock out now. But they'll get most of it. Third and 10 from the Eagles' 43. Quarterback under center, double wing formation. Autry goes in motion. They give it to him, running to the left. He's hit after a gain of about 6, maybe 7. He's going to set up 4th down.
Number 9, Drew Abernathy on the stop for the Eagle defense.
And we're down to 1 minute left to go. It'll be 4th and 4.
The result of that play leaves Roxana with a 4th down and 4 to go.
Is there a penalty on that play?
I'm not so sure that the Eagles might not have called timeout, but they didn't show that, and the clock's still running. But the officials are
just standing there.
Haven't put the ball down.
The officials are going to run out this clock. Not the team, the officials are. I don't know what they're doing.
The Eagles coaches don't know the clock's running if they called a timeout. Oh, there is a penalty.
Looks like there was an
the clock's still running. There's only 15 seconds left.
Well, it would be while they figure out the penalty. It's going to end this game. It's a 15-yard penalty against the Eagles.
Yep.
Move it all the way down to the 22, and that took a minute and a half of the final clock, or thereabouts. And that will be the end of this one. Roxana will win it by a score of 49-6. We'll wrap it up for you here and tell you that most everything happened in the first half. Roxana scored 7 times and led 49-0 at the break. Nobody scored in the third quarter. The Eagles finally got on the board with a 60-yard touchdown pass from their backup quarterback, Tanner Kokamp to Christian Garrett. That rounded out the second half scoring, and our final is 49-6 in favor of the Roxana Shells, who now move to 3-0 on the season. Civic Memorial falls to 2-0. And Bob, we got lots of folks that we could pick for our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. And I think I'm going to lead towards Evan Wells, who scored both on offense and defense with a 34-yard touchdown run. He also blocked an Eagles punt in the end zone and picked it up for a defensive touchdown. So Evan Wells is our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. Any final comments or thoughts that you want to make before we send this one away for good?
Well, Roxana, they looked very good tonight, and Wells very deserving of the player of the game with that blocked punt return for touchdown. I think that really put it over the top for him. And Roxana 3-0 now, looking and not looking like they're going to slow down anytime soon here.
That's Bob Duga, my broadcast partner tonight. I want to thank him. Also, thanks to our engineers back at the studios. Our final once again from Civic Memorial High School in Bethalto. The Roxana Shells 49, the CM Eagles 6. Jeff